A sample of the congregation was asked to describe an experience at Epworth where they felt the joy of giving. Listen to what they had to say.
I will tell you, I saw quite a bit of wonderful transformation of spiritual growth when I went on the mission trip to Mexico with the kids. My kids had always gone on mission trips and they'd loved going, but when I went with them and I saw the intensity with which they attacked their projects and working with some people and introducing them to Jesus and actually witnessing to other people that maybe were not from the church that we had come from or maybe had never gone to church, I was amazed at how grown up these kids were, and I just came away feeling very blessed.
Earlier this year, we went on a mission trip out to North Carolina, and we had a lot of fun. We helped out a lot of people. We helped rebuild houses, do work on houses, people that were needy, needed help, the elderly, so forth. And it was during that time that I felt the joy of giving.
Experienced it through the different committees of the church, of being able to give over the years, through the joyousness of attending weddings and the sadness of funerals, but most recently through being able to participate in Cecil's new orchestra here at church.
I've been lucky enough to be on a couple of the youth trips, one to Mexico and one to North Carolina, and what a lot of fun it is. It's hardly easy to call that giving because I got so much back.
On the junior high trip, we went to a community center, a Methodist community center in Youngstown, Ohio, and we interacted with the kids there and played them all day, and that was a really good experience too. And that was my first mission trip, so it really opened my eyes to the rest of Ohio and the spirit of giving.
Habitat for Humanity, and we're actually one of the churches that started their Blitz Build program. We were one of the first churches to do a build in a week's time, and Friday was at a golf outing for Habitat, so that continues to be a place of service. But what's great about our church is that we're diverse and that we give ourselves in a lot of ways. But I've always been fond of the housing side of it, and I am proud of this church and their role in Habitat.
There are just so many different things. I've been on mission trips with my daughter, which really was a life-changing experience for her. And I've come and cooked for an hour at Christmas time, and I've set up the games all day yesterday. So there's just so many ways to give at Epworth, so many opportunities.
Actually, there's two. I sing in the praise band, and that is just fantastic joy because I get to share my talents with the rest of the congregation. But also with the furniture mission, because that's a mission that kind of fell in my lap where I was asked to serve. I had no idea what it was until they contacted me, but I look forward to those things, and it's even to the point where when I say that I've got furniture to pick up, my 18-year-old son says, "I'll help you." And so it really has touched us, and we see it working through him as well.
Well, when we went on the mission trips, we went to Athens, Ohio, and there we distributed food in a food bank, and it was really fun. And we went to MacArthur, Ohio as well that same summer, and we got to actually put food in people's car, and we got to experience them and hear them and actually see who we were giving the food to, and it was really cool to see that.
One of the things that I found earlier this year, I was in a situation where I was unemployed, and so ended up spending some time in the line for unemployment for the food stamps. Very humbling experience, got to meet a lot of other interesting people, and found that because of the time of year, it was exceedingly cold, 20 degrees and such, and so all of these people, quite a few of them, even though the offices didn't open up till 7:30 in the morning, there were quite a few people that were out there 5:30 in the morning, and in most cases didn't have proper clothing for that. So kind of in talking to some of the people here at church, decided to kind of do a hot chocolate ministry where several of us would go on those mornings and we'd offer hot chocolate to those people in line and just kind of help spread the word of Jesus and give them some hope and let them know that there are people out there that cared for them. And it was very touching and very humbling experience.
Each of you must give as you have made up your mind, not reluctantly or under compulsion, for God loves a cheerful giver. 2 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 7.